It's almost time to get underway here in the Nürburgring. 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and we're underway for a wet start here. So most drivers will have the wet tyres on. Nuno and Gamer lead out the first corner, starting on the front row. Danny's going to look to make up some positions there. We've got Antti further back. We've got Serenate trying to make his way up through as well. Danny trying to make that move on to Gamer, our front three. At the end of lap 1 is Nuno, Gamer and Danimator. Nuno, who's lost the lead. Let's get some coverage of the front pack as we finally get the HUD here on the left. Gamer now leads the race. Danny just behind him. Nuno there as well. They're all going to need to pit at the end of this lap. Want to go for a glory lap lead? They probably can, but that won't help their race. Julo hits the pit wall. It's a very tight pit entry. Hanandi hits it. Pimu hits it. There's a big pile up there. Sobel off his intermediates. We've got Grandi sideways in it. Coming out in the lead, we have Gamer. Nuno's down in 3rd place. We've got Danimator between them. Antti in 4th, Serenate in 5th, Grandi in 6th, and Julo in 7th after a collision there. Goose, what do you think?
Andrews lost a lot of time. He was the only one to
in behind Danny for the time being. Antti putting some pressure on Nuno. All of these drivers will be happy with how they've started the race because they've gotten away in this pack containing the fastest drivers in the league, and they just need to stick together. All of them have chances of the race win. At the moment, we've got a penalty for Nuno after a collision. The final corner, he's dropped down to 4th. Serenate up into 5th. He's fallen down to 5th place now. If we look back at the lead, we've got Antti in 2nd, Nuno in 3rd, and Danny leading the way. Danny's on the softs, of course. No one else in the top 7 is on the softs. We've got Serenate on the mediums, everyone else on the hards.
A nice groove. There are a few packs here in the front, middle, and the back, but everyone's cleaned up their racing, and it's going to be about tire strategy now as the sun comes out full force. No rain in the forecast, almost 10 laps ready. It is time for tire strategies to take over this race.
We'll see how the rest of the grid can react to this in the coming laps, but as you said, well, at the minute. Julo also into the pit lane, good spot there. Serenate on medium, worn mediums, that's pretty fitting. We've got Vlad in, as you say, as well. Antti up in 2nd place. He's lost the slipstream of Nuno. He's a second and a half back from him at the moment. He's yeah, so X-Extend just having joined the links from Nuno. The only drivers yet to stop are Gamer and Grandi. Nuno's made his stop, Gamer's made his stop, and Grandi leads the race. So Grandi, on his 2nd race in Sunday League, has now led, which is fantastic for him. He immediately gets passed by Danny, but that's quite funny. Nuno is in 3rd. He's going to be right on the back of this junior team driver who's not going to play any junior team tactics here. He's going to fight tooth and nail for this one, as he will with Antti. He shows him the long way around at the chicane, allows him the space on the inside, gets forced slightly wide. He's going to have to come into pit this lap. His tyres are pretty dead. He has come in.
Being directed toward the very bottom of the grid with FGR number 2 driver Ram sitting in
the sport, but we'll roll with it.
Got a really nice hunt down right now in 10th and 11th. X16 is giving the chase to Jake Brad.
Absolutely, we do. Julo having dropped down into 12th, 13th now. He's made a 3rd stop, which no one else has done so far, apart from Hanandi. Actually, he has made that stop. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, Nuno trying to make a move here at the final corner. Can he get around the outside? Can he pull down into turn 1? Danny with a little bit of weaving on the straight. That's pretty much just about legal. Nuno takes the wider line through turn 1, keeps the speed, goes for the move, pushes Danny wide on the exit of that 1st sector. Nuno takes back the lead of the race. Those old LSA teammates, we might have a little bit of audio trouble with Goose at the moment, so I apologise for that. To make his 3rd stop of the race, one of the only drivers to make that stop. Really interestingly, I'll try and come to Goose again here if we can.
Just the nature of this track, this is probably one of the most intricate tracks you'll ever see
in the RMC. X16 in the MBZ. Looks like we had an LSA car onto the grass there as Nuno pits. I think that is Nuno into the pit lane. He's made his 3rd stop. Gamer v Serenate v Antti for the lead of the race now. Let's get back on this, please. Gamer still leading out. Serenate on the inside going to the chicane. Antti trying to make a move down into the hairpin. Goes to the inside. Serenate can't get the move done. Gamer leads them away. Serenate right behind him in the slipstream. The little Constantina effect we've got going through the 2nd chicane of the lap. Can Serenate try and make a move here into the last corner or the 1st corner? No, he goes into the pit lane.
And Nuno up into 3rd.
Nuno in 3rd and Danimator in 4th. We've got Gamer and Antti still leading the way, but they've made a stop less. The front-running drivers really loving that hard battle. This has been a very action-packed first half of the race. We're nearly halfway through now. We're just going to get to the halfway mark on this lap. We've got Anti still in third, Nuno in second, Gamer leading the way, having not pitted yet. Anti lets Danimator through. I wonder why he's doing this. Maybe he just realises that it's not worth the battle. What do you think, Goose?
See, Hetmanica and Grandy still only having made 2 pit stops thus far, really stretching it out here.
And Anti just in for his, and Grandy's up near the front. We've got Anti, Gamer, Serenate in third, Danny in second. Serenator hunting him down here on the mediums. He's going to try and force his way past at the hairpin. Gets through on the inside.
That 5 race win in a row record that has never been broken in SL.
That 5th race win in a row from round 2 at the Sachsenring to round 6 at the Nürburgring. Both German tracks. Can he get the record here? We'll have to wait and see. Gamer in 4th, Danny 3rd, Serenate 2nd still. They're just going to want to slipstream here as much as they can. Danny's made a little mistake. Gamer goes down the inside. We get a little lag spike. Let's hope that clears itself up. It looks like it mostly has done, thankfully. Don't want another silver crush.
Gamer and Danimator all just leapfrogged each other twice over, Serenate being the victor of that battle. But
we can flick over to him up there. Nuno in second
fresh
place.
Mediums for Nuno.
Fresh mediums, bang on. This one plays out. We've got 14 laps left to go, which looks like it'll be a stint or 2 for the drivers remaining, and we'll have to see how it all plays out from here. Just won't be too happy about that. We had a little flick of rain there, didn't we? Certainly looked like it. Maybe conditions. With how tight the front pack is, anything could happen. Let's down Gamer as he goes through the pit lane. I want to see where he'll emerge once he's out of it. Serenate and Danimator will get the positions. Gamer looks like he'll file in, not that close behind them, but maybe just ahead of Anti as he
pop out in the rotation as, oh my goodness, there we go.
Rain's on the way. Campbell, this is the most interesting part. So often we see those light rain clouds come in. So often they go away immediately. Pamushas and other drivers like him have been known to gamble. But
So
Nuno stayed out. Nuno's gone into the pit lane. Will they all pit? They will. Nuno's pitted onto hards though. So even the drivers who saw the clouds were coming back have pitted onto Serenate onto Inters. The clouds are coming back, but Serenate's onto the Inters. So this is a really interesting strategy, because obviously they'll have to pit again. But so will probably those still running the slicks, because there's still 10 laps left. So we've got Anti staying out, Danny staying out, the sun's coming, the rain's going, which did, 12th down to 18th, nearly all of them went in. But look, we've got Serenate into the lead. Nuno's going to fight it, he can't fight it, but Serenate needs a pit. Absolutely he needs a pit.
Gamer as well, who stayed out on the softs, but by the time the track dries, his softs are going to be fairly worn. He's going to have to take a pit soon anyway.
Exactly. With how high the tyre degradation is here, it's almost worth going onto that wet compound just to try it, because you're going to have to stop anyways. There's 8
hards, but Serenate has brand new hards, but a 4-second gap to chase down Nuno. I think Nuno will be okay.
I think he might be. It depends how well these drivers can work together. Gamer will have to be coming in this lap. I mean, it's almost inevitable. He gives Serenate a little shove onto the grass. He does try to come in. He's hit the pit wall.
A little bit of the sand just the turn before. Gamer getting very aggressive, and it did not pay off this time.
And it looks like it's Danny letting Serenate through. It looks like he is. He's going to try and slip him because he knows that his hards are that much fresher. The final lap, potentially, will have Danimator. He's going to wonder, how long do you work together with Serenate to try and catch Nuno? And at what point do you give up and just fight for that second place? Because he does run the risk, especially now out of slipstream, of just follow on board with Nuno for the final lap. He goes through the chicane, Serenate still behind him. He's going to come into the final corner, and he's going to come round the final corner to break the record and win a 5th consecutive race. Nuno wins the German Grand Prix.